You can do a lot with date and time in Google Sheets, all on your phone, but these also work on your desktop too. So let's look at the today function, and we will do a search today in information, and it shows that it returns the current date as a date value. And then the example is today with parentheses, syntax is today with parentheses. And let's go back and see how it works. So equals today, open parentheses, close parentheses, hit the green check mark, and you will get today. The other thing you could do is, what if you want to know the date 30 days from now? Equals today plus 30. And now you'll see that it will be September 14th, 2026 in 30 days. So you can use this function inside of other formulas. Now let's look at the now function. And what you'll see is we've added time to it. So let's look at that in Google Sheets. Hit the I. And then again, returns the current date and time as a date value. So again, you'll see the example is now with parentheses. The syntax is now with parentheses. And we'll go back and take a look at that, and you'll see that there's a date and a time there. Let's expand this row a little bit, or column a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm going to do it here, and I'm going to show you something. Equals now, parentheses. See how it's a numeric value, 46,249 and 36/100ths. If I do today, what's it going to show? Now it's going to show you 8/15/2026 zeros, but let's convert it to a number format, number, and you'll see there it's 46,249. So today shows you a numeric value as an integer, no decimals, but now actually gives you the fraction of the day to show you exactly where you're at. So if you need to be more specific, you can use now and work on time. If you want to be more general and just focus on days, use the today format. So the next formula we have is weekday, and let's look at that. Weekday. And you'll see here the day of the week of the date provided as a number. And the example, let's do the summary. Returns a number representing the day of the week of the date provided. And the example is weekday, July 20, 1969, 1. And then you've got another syntax here. The date is the date for which to determine the day of the week must be a reference to a cell containing a date, a function returning a date, type, or a number. And then type is a number indicating which numbering system to use to represent weekdays. By default, count start with Sunday equal to 1. So let's explain that a little bit. So I'm using A1, which is August 15, 2026, and I'm going to hit the green check mark, and I've got 7. So it is saying Saturday is the last day of the week, okay? But if I change the 1 at the end of this formula to 2, that's going to say Monday is the first day of the week. And now Saturday, today, is day 6 of the week. So that's how you can work through and use the calendar that you want to use to figure out the day of the week that your date represents recognizing that not everybody has the beginning of the week on Sunday, not everybody has the day of the week on Monday, and you have the ability to adjust by using this 1 or 2 here in the formula. Now let's go to the next formula. We've got Weeknum, A1. Now, let's take a look at that formula. The I returns a number representing the week of the year where the provided date falls. Weeknum, July 20, 1969, 1. Date. The date for which to determine the week number must be a reference to a cell containing a date, a function returning a date type or a number, and a number representing the day that a week starts on. Sunday equals 1. So again, Sunday is going to equal 1, which is a normal week, but you could also have the week start on a Monday, and then you would put in the 2. So let's look at that. And here I've got 8/15/2026 equals Weeknum, A1. And I did not use comma 1 to designate Sunday. You don't have to. It does that by default. And so you'll see we are in the 33rd week of 2026. That'll be really helpful in a minute. So now you can break out the date by using 3 formulas that we'll talk about next. The first one is day, and you'll see that we'll go in here. Let's look at day. Hit the I. Returns the day of the month that a specific day falls on in numeric format. So again, what we're pulling out of here is the day of the month, and here, August 15, 2026, it's 15. But if you go to the month formula, that's going to pick out the month, which is August, and give it a numeric value of 8. And then year is 2026. And again, it's going to break out just the year and put it in cell D1. Now, why is that valuable? So if I have a group of a group of data that has dates and has the amounts, what I might want to do is sum by year. So what I can do here is I'm going to type in year. And we're going to do equals year, open parentheses, and I'm going to tap on F4 and hit the green check mark. And now you'll see that I've just pulled out 2026. I'm going to copy that, paste it down, and now you'll see every year is sitting in column E for me. The value of that is now if I want to see what the sum of the amount is in column H, I can use a SUMIF formula and select my criteria, and now I need my sum range. I'm going to hit the green check mark, and you'll see $309.77. So when the date falls in 2026, and I add those numbers up, I end up with $309.77. So the next thing that I want to show is some math that we can do with these calculations. So say we have the end of the year. Everybody wants to know how many days until the end of the year. I can take today actually I'm going to take that minus today, and And now I know that it's 138 days until the end of the year. And I have 138 days to get through my New Year's resolutions if I haven't done them yet. But that's an advantage, because if you have a project date, or you have a birthday coming up, or you have something that you need to get done in a limited amount of time, you can put that date in here and then use the today formula. So every time you open up this Google Sheet, you know how many days you have until that deadline. Now, the other thing that might be interesting, you may not think in days, you may think in weeks. So now what you can do is you can use the Weeknum. And know that December 31, 2026 is in week 53. And we're in week 33. So I can take 53 minus 33, and I'll know that there's 20 weeks left in the year. And again, if you're working on projects, or you've got a deadline coming up and you need to know how many weeks you have to get it done, you can use the Weeknum formula to calculate how many weeks are left before your deadline.